Hey everyone, welcome and hello and all that jazz. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Tower of the Midnight Book 13 Wheel Time series by Robert Torrey and Brandon Sanderson. Uh, one thing is really cool, this book came out at the beginning of the month, and one thing's really cool, they came out and Harriet and Brandon were there, signed my book, so that's cool. Said happy birthday, yay. Because it was a couple days from her birthday, so I had to sign happy birthday. And Harriet and Bob signed it. There's Harriet's signature, there's Bob. Uh, the dedication, which is really cool, was dedicated to the fans who are really kept the fandom going throughout all the years. The book series is like 20 plus years old. I think it came out in the late 80s, early 90s then. So it's just the people who really kept it going after Robert Jordan passed and during and everything like that, which is why Brandon Sanderson is is dealing with the books because Robert Jordan passed away a couple of years ago. Brandon has done a fantastic job, and I really like his work. Go read his stuff. Go read his other stuff. Mistborn, Elantris, Way of Kings, Warbreaker. Read his stuff. It's really good. Really good. I love stuff. Anyway, I'm doing a review and it's spoilery, so if you are reading it or going to be reading it, then don't watch the video. Um, okay, so it's a big book. All the books are this size. So if you've never read a lot of fantasy, epic fantasy, then you'll be daunted by the size of this book. It's a few 100,000 pages. Yeah, it's like close to 1,000 pages long, and every single book is like that. Um, but even that being said, I wanted there to be more. Not because I was like, oh, I wanted to be more so I could keep reading. It was mostly because a lot of it was sort of rushed. It didn't flow quite as well as the last book. And I was sort of disappointed. Not like, oh my god, it was awful. It was just like, oh, we've been waiting for some of these scenes to finally happen, and it just seemed rushed, and it just was like, okay, I know you've been waiting for like years and years for this to finally happen, and it does, and I'm only going to give you a chapter 4. For instance, Maureen's scene, we've been waiting for her to come back for years now. Like, 6 books, like, back, we've been waiting for her to come back. And it was only a chapter. We only had one chapter the entire book. We're waiting for them to actually go and get her. And it took one chapter to get her. It was a good chapter. That's the thing. A lot of the chapters, they were really good. But there wasn't a whole lot to them. And it was just like, I want more. Because I've been waiting for this for so long. I wanted to take up more than that. So, which is why I'm disappointed. Because even though it was really good, it's just, it was really short and rushed and like, okay, let's just keep going to the next stuff. So, and again, with like the Neve, we knew she was going to be Aes Sedai, finally. And that scene was great, but again, it was rushed. I guess because we knew it was all going to happen. That's okay. And then finally she'd gone to land, and Rand finally comes to the White Tower and faces the Armelin, Egwene, and it's like words were exchanged. It was good, but it was really short, and it was really, the chapters seemed choppy, and within the chapters it seemed choppy. It's like you'd read a couple pages, and then it stopped, and then you go to another scene, and then a couple pages and it stopped. So it didn't flow quite as well. Like Gathering Storm was A plus 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 plus. This one was only like B plus 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 plus, maybe A minus minus minus, but it's still really amazing. It's mostly because my standards for this writing is like way above most things I read. But it's still amazing. It's still an amazing series. So you need to read it. If you've never read an epic fantasy, this is the one that you need to read out of all of them, except for Tolkien, of course. You need to read Wheel of Time. What else can I say about the book? Avianda's part's my favorite. Even though she's got like 3 chapters, she's my absolute favorite. Especially when she's going through the Tongrial and Rune. I'm not very good at saying most of the names, but if you read the series, you know what I'm talking about. And it's when she goes through the second time to see the future. That was frightening and disturbing, and oh my god, that's the best written scene, I think, and Oh, that one stayed with me. I kept reading it over and over again. Just, oh, it was just, oh, woo! Reason is because I don't really know where she is on the timeline for Rand, so I'm like, I don't know if is she very far behind? Is she not very far behind? How much time will she have to adjust to what she's seen, and how will that influence her decisions throughout the last battle and for whatever comes? So, and the last 100 pages are like the best in the book, including the epilogue, which was infuriating because some of the best stuff was in the epilogue, and it's the epilogue. There's nothing else to go with it. So, I really, really like it. You need to read the series. It's still really good. Read Brandon Sanderson's stuff. And there's some other secrets that go along here, but I'm not going to go into it. Oh, if you are interested to know who killed Asmodean, look in the glossary and look underneath the Fourth Son of the Forsaken names. They finally say who killed Asmodean. You have no idea why that's important. Then go into the Wheel of Time community and you will find out why that's important. Um, so yeah, it's a really, really good book. I still really like it. You should read it. You should definitely read it. Okay. Later this week, I'm going to post another video. I'm going to post like 2 videos. It's amazing. Partly because Harry Potter comes out this week, and I'm going to the midnight release. So I'm going to post a video before I go to give you sort of my thoughts on past movies and such, and then I'm going to do a review afterwards. So that is going to be this week. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any comments or anything, post them, and I will reply. So we'll see you later. Bye.